Hi Business Central Insights users, and welcome to this tutorial on consolidated reporting. Why is consolidation harder than it should be? Consolidation sounds simple in theory, but many organizations are trying to bring together data from multiple companies, multiple Business Central environments, and multiple reporting structures, often with too much manual work and too little confidence in their numbers. Data is spread across legal entities, regions, and teams. Reporting logic becomes inconsistent. Finance ends up relying on spreadsheets, exports, and reconciliation work just to produce a consolidated view of the business. And even when the numbers are finally brought together, the next challenge begins. Can you trust them? Can you drill into them? Can different users see the right level of detail? And can the model adapt as the business grows and changes? That is exactly the problem Business Central Insights is designed to solve. Business Central Insights gives organizations one trusted reporting layer across their Business Central landscape, bringing together data across companies, environments, dimensions, and currencies in a way that is secure, scalable, easy to analyze, and accessible across global teams in multiple languages. The result is not just consolidated reporting, but better visibility, less manual effort, and more confidence in decision making. To deliver that, the reporting architecture needs four things: consolidated multi-dimensional reporting, security and controlled visibility, extendability as the business evolves, and configurable consolidated financial reporting. Business Central Insights is built on all four. Let's walk through them now. First foundation is consolidated multi-dimensional reporting. Because consolidation today is not just about rolling up numbers from multiple companies, it usually means reporting across companies, across environments, and across dimensions. Some organizations operate across multiple Business Central companies and legal entities. Others need to report across separate environments, and nearly all need to analyze performance by structures such as business unit, cost center, department, project, or region. That is why reporting needs to do more than simply aggregate accounts. Business Central Insights brings all of this together into one reporting layer. It enables consolidation across multiple Business Central companies, so you can report at company, subgroup, or group level while still maintaining clear separation when needed. It also enables reporting across multiple Business Central environments, so data from different regions or acquired businesses can be analysed together without relying on manual exports and spreadsheet-based consolidation. And beyond that, it enables true multi-dimensional analysis, allowing teams to analyze and consolidate data not just by company, but also by the dimensions the business actually uses to manage performance, such as business units, cost centers, departments, projects, or regions. So instead of just seeing a total, you can understand what is driving it. And because reports are available in multiple languages, teams across regions can work with the same reporting layer more easily and consistently. That is what makes consolidation generally useful. Not just one number, but one clear view of the business. Let's see what that looks like in practice. We'll start with the item sales cube, one of our highly configurable reports for ad hoc analysis. First, I can look at sales across multiple companies. I simply click company in the rows and then remove the filter on the left here from being the default company. If the organization is also operating across multiple Business Central environments in the same tenant, those can also be brought together into the reporting view. So instead of exporting data from different places and combining it manually, everything can be analyzed in one place. From there, I can go further by analyzing sales not just by company, but also using control or command, add business unit, salesperson, customer, and then item. And also let's view that by quarter. Then I can add extra measures like cost, profit, and profit percentage to build a much richer view of performance. And as I click the expand all down one level, you can see those additional layers of hierarchy. Each company's business unit, the relevant salesperson, their customer, and then finally the item actually sold. So just like that, you have multi-leveled analysis within a few clicks. And you can also save that with a bookmark up here on the right hand side, so it's always available for you. And lastly, you can share that with colleagues via a link or in Teams, etc., via the share option here. In on-time delivery, I can analyze results for all customers over all companies. There's a filter here set at all, or a specific company by choosing it in the drop-down. By default, it's showing data for each customer, but I can easily switch the analytics to shipping agent with a click of a button. You could then add the state or city, for example, to see where the operational issues are happening geographically for each shipping agent. And then you'd simply unclick the selected company to get that consolidated view again. And on to another example. In inventory valuation, I could switch the view from the default view of item category and item to the specific company and instantly see the details for each of those. Then I can add location underneath it and expand the hierarchy to see the contribution of each location to the inventory valuation. I can even add the item category for an even more granular view. The same logic applies across financial, sales, purchasing, and manufacturing reporting areas of all our apps. And in financial reporting, I can use the income statement cube. It's currently set on income and net change, but I can analyze by expenses just by clicking here. Now you might want to first see the company group and then each company within it. I can then add the cost center as a third layer, and then finally the GL account for an even more defined layer of detail on those expenses. Now when I expand down those levels, you can see the expenses for each group, its companies within that group, and then the cost center, and then finally those GL details that it's attributed to. To get that extra level of granularity, then you just right click on any of these values and you can drill through to see all the underlying entries. So the general ledger entries in this case. And then you'll simply click on any of the underlying dates to go directly to that specific date within Business Central. So this first foundation gives you one reporting layer across multiple companies, multiple environments, and multiple dimensions, with the flexibility to move from consolidated reporting to detailed analysis in just a few clicks. The second foundation is security. In a consolidated reporting model, multiple companies, departments, and users often work from the same reporting layer. That creates huge advantages, but it also means security has to be built in from the start. Without strong access control, confidential data can be exposed, legal boundaries can be crossed, and governance quickly becomes difficult to manage. Business Central Insights uses row-level security in Power BI to make sure users only see the data they are authorized to see. So a CFO can see a consolidated view of the business, a regional manager can see only their assigned companies or regions, and a local finance or sales team can only see the data relevant to them. All of this happens within one trusted reporting model. That means you do not need to maintain separate reports, duplicate data sets, or manual workarounds for different audiences. Security is embedded in the model itself, helping organizations scale consolidated reporting without losing control. How do we do this? Firstly, we open the Power BI Insights connector in Business Central and go to Row Level Security tab and then Power BI Users. Here we can assign users different roles for different apps. For example, if I open the drop down here, a user might be assigned access to specific companies, customer, vendor, or dimensions. And that's for finance, sales, or any of our reports. If I scroll across here, you can see. So let's assign company to Tony Stark. I now go to permissions and then the specific role, so company in this case. And now in the drop down, I can choose what company or companies he can see. Simply click the drop down and then choose the companies that would be assigned for Tony. Just as easy as that. Once that setup is complete in Business Central, we move to the Power BI workspace. We open the security settings for the semantic model and the three dots here and click security and assign the user to the appropriate role. So we'll go up here to company and then add in Tony Stark, add and then save. From that point on, when the user opens the reports, they will only see the data they are authorized to access. So the organization gets one governed reporting layer while each user gets the correct view of the business. Now on to the third foundation, extendability, because consolidation structures do not stand still. Groups acquire new businesses, organizations restructure, reporting requirements change, new classifications, regions, or management structures are introduced. If every one of those changes requires redevelopment, the reporting model becomes fragile, expensive, and difficult to maintain. Business Central Insights is designed to evolve with the business. It supports table extensions, additional standard fields, user-defined fields, APIs, and composite models, allowing a reporting layer to adapt without having to rebuild every time the organization changes. This means customers can introduce new reporting attributes, expose business-specific classifications, and reflect changing group structures directly in the reporting model. Only the fields that are needed are added, helping maintain performance while still giving the business the flexibility it needs. So as the organization grows through acquisitions, regional expansion, or internal change, the reporting layer can grow with it. That is essential for consolidation because the structure you report on today is rarely the same as the one you will report on tomorrow. Let me show you a simple example. Using the Power BI Insights connector, we can expose that field through the Table Extensions tab here, and then Table Extension Setup. Inside this, we can make the field available across all our reporting models by simply clicking the three dots in Field ID and then choosing the relevant field from that list. All the fields that we add through those table extensions will be automatically available in Power BI reports in the row selections and also in the filters on the right hand side, and can be immediately used for reporting. The fourth foundation is configurable consolidated financial reporting. This is where many solutions fall short. Dashboards are relatively easy to build, but finance teams need more than dashboards. They need financial reporting that is familiar, flexible, interactive, and trustworthy. Business Central Insights brings the financial reporting row definitions your team already uses in Business Central, formerly known as account schedules, directly into Power BI. That means reports such as income statements, balance sheets, cash flow statements, and cash flow forecasts can be made interactive inside the reporting model. So instead of recreating financial statements from scratch, teams can work with report structures they already know from Business Central. They can analyze income statements by company or dimension, view consolidated balance sheets, compare companies side by side, apply filters, and drill all the way down to ledger entries. For organizations operating internationally, Business Central Insights also supports multi-currency reporting, helping finance teams consolidate and analyze results across companies that operate in different currencies within one trusted reporting layer. Additional analytical dimensions from Power BI can also be applied beyond the two global dimensions defined in Business Central. And importantly, security still applies. If a user only has access to certain companies or reporting areas, financial statements automatically respect those permissions. This gives finance teams configurable statements using familiar report structures, immediate visibility in Power BI after refresh, secure access by company or dimension, and full drill down transparency. So instead of choosing between statutory style reporting and management analysis, organizations can bring both together in one trusted reporting layer. Let's take a look. If we go into the financial reporting area in Business Central, we can see all your reports listed. And then if I go into the income statement as an example, using edit definitions and edit row definition, you can see all the row definitions and formulas you've created as part of each individual reporting structure for each of your different business purposes. Those same structures are then brought into our Power BI reports. Inside financial reports by dimension, I can choose the report I want from this drop-down, such as income statement, balance sheet, or cash flow statement. Let's stick with the income statement. I can analyze by each entity as it is here, but then I can add a column hierarchy. So let's add business unit, holding Control or Command, I add it, and then I change this drop-down to column and expand all down one level, and now you have a view of each entity's business units. You can easily change to any other dimension, such as area, just like that, or let's do salesperson, and we see the income per salesperson, or industry, or for any other dimension within your business setup. So the financial reports your team already know from Business Central become interactive, consolidated, and much easier to analyze in Power BI. So that's the 4 foundations. Successful consolidation requires more than combining numbers. It requires one reporting layer that is trusted, flexible, secure, and built to scale with the business. That is why Business Central Insights is built on those 4 foundations. Consolidated multi-dimensional reporting so you can analyze data across multiple companies, environments, and dimensions in one place. Security and controlled visibility so each user sees the right data without separate reports or duplicated models. Extendability so your reporting evolves as the business grows, restructures, or acquires. And configurable consolidated financial reporting so finance gets interactive reports with familiar structures and full drill down transparency. The result is one clear view of the business, less manual consolidation work, stronger governance, secure scalability, faster reporting cycles, greater confidence in the numbers, and better decision making across the organization. Because consolidation is not just about rolling numbers up. It is about creating one trusted view of the business. That is what Business Central Insights delivers. Built for consolidation, designed for scale, and trusted for financial integrity. Thank you for joining us. I hope this was helpful and have a lovely day.